Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Sorry for the really short break, but as we moved into the next series, our players had to go right away and we did not have time to pause. So we're actually going to go right ahead with the next series, which is going to be Sora versus Rocket's Hyun. So let's move into the map.
Yeah, guys, here we go. So it is, back on Catalina. But this time, Sora, he is not going to be facing off against a Terran. But he's back, and he's actually spawning where Heart spawned on that last game. He was playing it beautifully, guys. But he's the Pink Protoss nonetheless. And here he is. Playing so well. And his opponent now spawning in the 12 o'clock position. He is the Red Zerg, playing for Rocket, and he is Hyun. I think was he on TSL as well when I was around?
Oh,
no,
Hyun,
no, maybe not. I might be mixing that up.
I can't remember which team he was on way back in the day.
Hyun.
It wasn't No.
Not MVP.
No. It's like, no.
Oh, we're just going to say all the teams?
Yeah, we're going to say everyone, and then we're going to guess. You're going to say the right one, I'm going to say no.
Do you remember LGIM?
LGIM, yeah.
Man.
Like, when,
I miss MVP.
It was so good. I miss just IM.
You miss MVP?
No, I miss IMnesty.
The Slayers, man.
And Marine King Prime.
And now he's actually MVP Marine King.
I can't say that. I just can't. It goes against my nature. Marine King was my favorite for some time, man. He can't join MVP.
Yeah, he's pretty good. Now, anyway, we have 3 hatch before pool coming out from Sora. From Hyun and Sora. He is going for a Zella and a Stalker very quickly on double gas as well. So, going to go for a very aggressive build. Not looking to go for an expansion yet. He's slowing it down considerably. And one thing as well to point out is the Overlord from Hyun did actually see the Zealot moving out. So, he knows what's going on.
The issue right now, though, is that Hyun chose to go for 3 hatch before pool, the most greedy open you can do as a Zerg player. Even considering the fact that he didn't go for a gas. Right now his speed is going to be incredibly late and he's going to have to defend with slow links for quite some time, cutting out all the drones that he needs to be making right now to make up for making that extra hatchery. Hyun just right now is in a microfest and he needs to kill this Zealot if at all possible. He's looking for the surround and it's actually looking really good for Hyun. He doesn't want to lose any drones to this though.
Very nice micro here from Hyun. Losing a ling or two, so very good trade-off here. Stalker has also popped in. Whoa, needs to be careful. Oh man, it's actually kind of trapped on the ramp. Manages to almost squeeze through, but no. Hyun microing this so well, and the
Welcome
Queen
to micro tournaments.
Yeah, man. Wow, nice micro there from Hyun. Doesn't get the kill secure, but still gets some considerable hull damage onto that. So yeah, very nice moves there from Hyun.
Absolutely, and what's so important is that now with the Queen out, that Stalk is going to do virtually nothing, and the Queen is actually doing constant damage to it almost, so is not regenerating any shields whatsoever. Look at Hyun though, he's making 8 more links. This is a lot from him. He's going up to 12 links before he goes back to droning, so that's a bit of a mistake I feel, and Sora's done a great job at shocking units.
I think it really just played here right into Sora's hands because he's scaring Hyun into believing that this is going to be say a big gateway follow-up, and as Hyun however does manage to squeeze in here, he's going to be able to come in there and breathe a sigh of relief because he's going to see there's not a lot of gateways coming down, but he is going to miss the Twilight Council over, and that of course can lead into blink all in or drop. We
do actually see the War Prism started.
Didn't notice that.
Do you think we're going to see DTs?
Are we going to see
DT drops?
Oh man, that's really sick. And it's going to be rather quick DT drops as well on top of that. Oh, doesn't get the Overlord.
The question right now is, Hyun is one of those Zergs that always been quite solid in his playstyle. His playstyle is solid in the manner of that he always play. Oh, what?
No, he's going to be forced to use 2 force fields, but the Stalker is not going to be able to be saved.
Are you serious, Hyun? His micro with the links is just phenomenal, especially considering he doesn't have speed.
Yeah, slow links trapping Stalkers like that should not happen.
You saw on the ramp, right? There are very few Zergs in the world that can do that on a constant basis, right?
Looking very good. Now we have this War Prism swinging in with these 2 sentries that were using their energy at the front, and I think this is just going to be used to throw off Hyun a little bit. Two queens, though, firing away at this Warp Prism. Even the third one swinging in. Needs to be very careful not to lose this. Going to be able to get a drone or two at least. So, you know, nice little cute move here from Sora. However, though, he's kind of looking to buy time. Want to distract Hyun so that his DTs can come in and do the damage they need to do.
Yeah, well, the thing is, right now Hyun feels that, okay, I'm up to almost 60 workers. He's done a very good job of replenishing drones after making so many links. He's going up to now a very high link count. He hasn't been scouting too much with his overlords, so, I mean, he didn't see any gases for quite some time.
That's a very important thing to scout as Zerg, you know?
Because right now he's making pure Ling Roach, and, well, he's going to phase... What is this? Is this,
8-gate Dark Shrine.
Oh, he cancelled the Immortal! Oh, that's why! He was making Immortal.
Okay,
before,
here we go.
Now it's not being.
Yeah, right. But he's warping in these 3 Dark Temples.
Oh, I know what he's doing. He could actually send these up to the main or something,
and
you force field the
ramp.
ramp.
This is gonna be so dirty. He's gonna be able to kill the entire main.
Or is he going to go for the third and warp into the main base so you split up the units?
Oh my god, this is so sick from Sora. If this base is gonna work.
This base is dead. They're actually no. There are overseers on the map. Okay.
Yeah, he has one to the far left, but is it gonna be enough time? He does have transfuses on the queens. Overseer does come in and he's gonna be able to save this base.
Or is he? Oh, it's so close.
Yeah, he gets it. Okay, in the natural though, more stuff going down. He's focusing the hatchery. I think that he's not going to be able to save it. Transfuses available here, so he just actually lost a load of DTs. That's 7 in total. But now we have sentries with a lot of energy, force fielding this ramp, and Zealous being warped in here with this Warp Prism. Going to be able to just control this main for now.
Sora needs to place that force field though. Sora plays the force field. Oh,
there we go.
Just in time.
And keeping them alive now. Adding in DTs, and he's going to go right for that lair. There are a bunch of roaches here, actually. So the Overseer will help out a lot, especially with Focus Fire on those DTs. Very nicely here from Hyun.
Look at Sora's micro, though, with his Warp Prism. Very nice, I had to say.
He's going to save those DTs, though, I want to point out.
Oh, yeah. And,
he's hitting the third again, though.
Yeah, he is, and he's killing a lot of these roaches, and he might just get the third base. Down we go. Hyun is going to lose that. Hyun still, of course, very far ahead in army, but behind this, now we see the Immortal production.
Yeah, man, he's going to go right into that Immortal Soul Train. The parting build, so powerful, extremely good versus Roachling. You know, unless the Zerg can take a really good engagement.
Remember though, the Sora has spent so many resources in just killing a hatchery and of course some units, so during all this, while Hyun was making units, his army is quite considerable at this point.
It's a bit bigger than, you know, a Zerg would normally have.
Much bigger, actually. So, thinking of if Sora just pushed with Immortals, you could actually see this huge, look at this, Ling Roach army just sweep by and kill the Immortals before you could even do anything, no matter how many force fields you have. But brilliant move from Sora, going to make Colossus really smart here, because there is no way you're going to afford Spire off of 2 bases, really.
No, not at all. Hyun forced back here once again by this Warp Prism. A single sentry might actually go down. No, does stay alive for now.
Oh, I dropped the wrong units.
Yeah, it's getting very low. Single DT. 2 sentries still trapped there. 1 more Dark Templar. Trying to make something happen, but not going to do too much. This natural is weak. The main has been a bit weakened. There is an Overseer though, so you're going to be able to pick that off.
Sora's going to sniper creep 2 men.
That's cute.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Isn't that just really annoying for Zerg? Like,
no, not too much, because it's an extra queen, that's why.
You know, when you have very low queen numbers?
I think he's fine, actually.
Yeah,
he has an extra creep sparing queen, but I just want to point out about creep spirit. Look at the creep spirit Hyun.
Oh, wow.
It's actually at the natural and third base of Sora, but 14 minutes into the game. This creep team would reach the natural, and third is cancelled by Hyun, so at this point, Sora's just turtling up on 2 bases with creep reaching his own natural. This is not looking too good for our Protoss player.
No, but he's got the 2 Colossi out, he's got the 2 Immortals as well. Extremely powerful backbone to this army. And still, he's maintained the Warp Prism. He's going to be able to actually trap these queens if he wants to. Barely manages to get that force field down. Needs to be very careful and keep that alive. It's going to be very important that when Hyun decides to sort of commit, maybe try to break him or establish a 4th base. If Sora can move out and, you know, try to hit that location, distract Hyun, move in with the Warp Prism, and then get some Zealots in, can, you know, do some considerable damage, but we're going to have to see what's going to be going on now.
Yeah, Hyun moves out on the map to make sure that no proxy third is being placed. The normal third Sora is not going to be placed either, according to Hyun at least, who's getting his fourth. Is going to be on 4 bases versus 2, which is quite painful to see. Seeing a process playing like this is really going to be difficult to push out against. But we do see +2 on the way. It's going to be Blinkstalkers into this army as well. And with just Roach Hydra, you need some pretty sick concaves to really deal with this amount of Colossi.
Yeah, man. But, we see the Infestation Pit going down. So we're just going to see Hyun taking up to that hive, grabbing those Vipers. And, end up with a Viper, Hydra Roach composition with some extralings. And when I'm saying that, it's a bit of an understatement because he's got a lot of Zerglings with this army.
He does, and the thing is, I feel if Hyun has these lings in a separate hotkey, he can truly make these valuable. He can run by, for instance, when the army leaves right now. We see Sora not blocking off this natural, and you have to warp in at least 2-3 units to wall off completely. Lings can do some really serious damage into the main base. You can even just use them to trap the Immortals, to trap units when you do engage. But Sora right now looking to deal even more damage. This Warp Prism has just been annoying more than anything.
Yeah, man, it stayed alive for ages, and the Sentry Dot manages to get down 3 or 4 of those drones.
Is Hyun psychic?
Oh man, he's gonna pick this off right away. Oh no, well, never mind. He's just gonna stand there.
He's like and, almost psychic. He's like 1 minute ahead.
That, huh? The reflection of the Warp Prism in the water as it was moving.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Looks really cool. Yeah, see, nice, good graphics.
See, I like these graphics.
Yeah, but look at this army here for Sora, right? So Vipers are still going to be out for a little while. He's going to have to build them and then get the consume down. Force fields are also being planted down here, by the way. Third cancelled again, though, which is a pretty big deal here for Sora because he really needs to establish some sort of an economy.
Right now, Hyun is gathering up a lot of resources, we can see. His bank is really growing, and that's because right now he's setting up for those Vipers they were talking about earlier. We should see him planting down a few Evo chambers, just so he can use the consume, but he can also just use here any building, really. And we do see him going up to 4 Vipers, a very nice count. So we're going to see if this is enough to just push and kill Sora right away, because holding this is incredibly difficult.
Yeah, but Sora did see that the hive was finishing up there with a Warp Prism, so I think this is just going to be his cue to go, because he can't take a third base. Like, that's going to be impossible to hold, and he realizes this, so he's going to move in for the kill. He knows he needs to end this game now, or he will be dead.
And the Vipers need to consume before they can be used, so they are completely useless right now. I think Hyun just gives up this base, a very smart move. There is no need to take this engagement yet, but you don't want to move up this ramp. If you get force filled off, you can really just lose the game straight out. There's still a bit of an ambiguity to whether Hyun can really hold this if he doesn't use his Vipers. But Vipers soon should be completely full with energy, and now they have enough to fish those Colossus, as we do like to say.
Yeah, but still, needs to be so careful, those Stalkers. Pretty good at picking off those Vipers, but we have the High Templars on the way now. The Templar Archives is roughly halfway done. Nice time warp there, does go down. Not going to do too much though, so never mind. I take that back. It was just a time warp, of desperation. It's going to die anyway. And here we go. Some of these units actually trapped. Needs to get those up to safety. One Immortal isolated. Zerglings coming to the third base as well. Immortal even does go down here. And now the third base, even though it finished construction, is going to instantly die. And Hyun playing solo right now. Just Sora, who wanted to play, really aggressive and harass a lot, struggling to stay alive in this game.
Here comes the Vipers as well, Tennessee, and he's looking to get everything Colossus. Oh, nice. Well, playing Clouds, actually. Not sure if he really wants to do that, but he sees a lot of Stalks in the front, so maybe he just wants to clean everything out so he can actually get up this ramp. A lot of units coming out for Sora here, so I think Hyun should just be getting back quite soon. At the same time, has been harassed quite a bit, but here comes the first Colossus fish, and watch out with the Vipers here,
really
Hyun.
Nice blink, loses 4 out of 5 Vipers.
That's 800 gas.
Yeah, man, that's a really big loss. And now Sora blinking on forward aggressively here, making Archons out of these High Templar. He still has retained 4 Colossus. He doesn't have a lot of force fields, but if he could take a really good fight and an awkward choke here, he might be able to actually turn this game around.
How is Sora still in this game, though? Like,
he should be... He's so good.
He should be gone and out a good, like, 5-10 minutes ago, but... he's still sticking in this game, and, well, he's taking some engagements that that makes Hyun... he should be really scared of this. He should be really worried when he loses that many Vipers. He's now up to 3 again against 4 Colossus. That's a fine number as long as they have enough energy to catch all 4 of them.
Oh yeah, look at this, a bunch of probes even. With this army. Sora on no economy. He can't go for another Nexus. And, man, this is just really... sort of turns into a scrappy sort of scenario here, but he does have Blink, of course, has a decent number of force fields saved up now finally, and these 4 Colossi are going to be very, very important. He cannot lose them. High Templar available as well. I don't think he has that Storm, but he needs to drop those feedbacks on those Vipers. He needs to be so careful here.
It's all about these feedbacks, and oh, he has the Colossus in the front. Here comes the Templars, but they're going to get killed. Very nice micro from Hyun. He's going to save his Vipers for now, and he's just producing more and more. Sora needs to go right now. He doesn't have more time. Here comes all those Changelings in the front of the arm of Hyun.
Oh, nice feedbacks. Gets 2.
Now 1 Viper left, and remember, Sora still has these Colossi. No more Vipers for Hyun. Actually, okay, sorry, no, 2 more in the background.
He has Burrow. Is there an Observer here? Is there an Observer available for Sora?
No Observer.
Okay, this is going to be really, really big, because if he just gets right under this army, I think Hyun thinks he has one, but no, he might actually realize that there is no Observer out here for him, but these Colossi are going to do so much damage. Has Sora done it?
Well, right now, Hyun is producing more and more units, and here we go. I'm burrowing right on top of this army, but Sora slowly but surely killing off every single road, and Hyun is just not doing enough damage. Has Hyun really lost his Sora in this position? 4 base to 2, killed the 3rd so many times. He's producing more roaches behind this. Sora can't lose this last Colossus, and maybe, just maybe, Hyun will eventually clean this up. But this is... oh my god, Sora is playing so well.
Yeah, man, this push doing so much damage, taking down the 3rd, but still so many roaches in production.
This is it.
Yeah, I think it's gonna... yeah, that man, that's it. There's no
That was
Observer.
close, though. That was close for a second.
Closer than I ever thought it would have been. And we're just going to see Hyun now finally clean this up. Sora, man, if he would have had the obs,
this game would have been done.
Yeah.
He would have actually killed Hyun, which is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, that's crazy. How can you pull that off, Sora? You're not supposed to. You were supposed to die like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, he should have. That's the point. Like, those Vipers were supposed to kill every single Colossus. There we go. GG from Sora. Hyun takes the first game. What an intense game, though. And I just want to say, when you have 5 Vipers like that, and first off, you see 4 of them get killed, and the other one has to go back to consume. That's a lot of time lost as well.
Oh, yeah.
And then he makes it, so he's back to 4 again. So 4 Vipers. He's going to attack right in, and he micros really well the first engagement. Loses some of his units, but kills all Templars as well. So virtually there's like 2 Templars left, but that's 4 feedbacks.
I mean, he landed 2 of them when there were only 3 Vipers left there, you know, in that last fight before Sora decided, okay, alright, I'm just going to go. But Burrow did finish up there for Hyun, and that saved him. If he did not have that, man, that would have been game. Hyun would have just rolled over and died.
Oh yeah, that's the scary part. Hyun should have won that game easily, but he got stuck on in a tech where he didn't want to be, and one of those Vipers came just at the nick of time, you know.
Oh yeah, and you know, then the Burrow thing, probably the biggest detail.
Oh yeah,
it really won him the game. You know, before we jump in, I just oh, never mind. Maybe we don't have time.
I want to see where we are right now. In the
almost a very.
We are right now in the round of round of 8 right now, and of course we have 3 making it through. So if you win the round of 4, you are through, and of course the winner between the 2 losers on the round of 4.
Yeah, that's how it is. So we're not bringing all of the rounds of 8 games to you guys. Instead, we'll do all the rounds of 4, or the semi-finals. Naturally, very important games. But here we are now in the second match on Overgrowth, and we have our first player spawning here in the bottom left. He has played a phenomenal round of games today in the Kung Fu Cup. He is the Protoss Sora. And his opponent, playing for Rockcat, he is the Blue Zerg Hyun. Also playing an absolutely outstanding ZVP. But man, like all of those tiny moves, you know, from Sora, showing some really good decision making. Really making that game so close.
I feel just that like Hyun played that so well in the terms of him keeping Sora back on 2 bases at all times. He killed the third so many times, and when he was supposed to deal with the Colossi, he managed to give Vipers just in time, and he lost the base for it. But the point here is that Hyun, he didn't have Corruptors in the same way that you might need to have, and he got stuck into this very awkward position where he needed to just kill those Colossi and he wins the game. But Sora managed to shut the Vipers down over and over again. That means that Hyun suddenly has to play Roach Hydra versus 4 Colossi, I believe it was.
Yes, and
you cannot face that.
Blink Stalkers.
Exactly. The thing is, the Blink Stalkers are nice and all, but it's the AoE that truly kills you. Because with those, like with that many Colossi, you are going to just fall down flat and die almost.
Insane game there. So Sora now, he'll have to take this map to bring it to the final game for his chance to qualify, because Hyun right now looking for that 2-0, going for the 3 hatch before pool. Nexus first out of Sora. Really nice openings here, economical from both of our players.
Wait, oh yeah, it was the Nexus, sorry.
Oh yeah?
I thought you said Gateway. No, the Nexus is pretty quick.
Then Sora grabbing the 17/18 gas, double gas, going to give him the option to go right up into whatever he wants to. Can go blink, can really do anything.
You can do so many things as a pros, and that is why it's so important for you as a Zo player to make sure you keep those 2 overlords as as close as possible to the bases. You can scout around 6 or 6:30.
See the gas.
Exactly. See the gases. See what tech you choose.
Yeah, we saw because he didn't have the overlord in the natural there, he missed those double gas.
Well, actually, he went in, took so much damage that he did that going back.
So he didn't see them, like he missed them.
He saw that there were no gases, and then just afterwards they were added, so he completely missed the timing of them. But what's so important right now as well is that Hyun did a kind of a poor job with his overlord close to the main base, because that never went in. I think he was just so busy with everything else that because of Sora's, I have to say, quite
relentless with the warp prism.
Yeah, I don't think relentless. The thing is, he didn't do too much damage. Like, consider for some time. In the beginning he did, but
but people would go like, oh, but you killed the third. But how many DTs did you kill? Like, like 8 or 9?
Yeah, I think
ridiculous number.
Just about. He did a full warp in with the cells as well.
Oh yeah, that's true. In the main there.
And remember, also he had to go into those tech routes, and that took a lot of time as well. It wasn't like he killed the third just as it finished. No, he killed a third way past, and he just built a new third, and Hyun was happy with that. So it was more of an interesting style than anything else. We now, though, see that Twilight before +1 has started, so this is going to be a bit interesting.
Yeah, maybe looking to set up for just, good old non-upgrade Blink all-in off of 2 bases could definitely be what Sora's opting in for. He's got that 3rd gas, and yeah, it's going to be Chrono on Blink.
Let's see.
To be honest, I think it's just going to be that. I think he's just going to go for a 2-base Blink all-in.
I think this is really scary as well, because the Blink all-ins, some very specific builds use 3 gas instead of 4.
Yeah.
But especially on this map, I love how Sora choose to use this build on this map, because Hyun right now, he can't scout this 4th gas, so he has to assume that there are 4 gases, and there's this macro being played from Sora.
Yeah, and also, like, if he goes for the 4th gas, you generally expect some sort of other kind of play, but
like a tech play or an expansion play.
Yeah, exactly. But like now on these 3 gases, that's exactly what you need to support 6 gateways worth of Blink Stalker warp-ins constantly. So this kind of little cute move from Sora is just like, I really like it. Now see, yeah, here it begins. He's got those 4 gateways additionally building. He's walled off his main, or the entrance to his natural fully. Blink is almost done, and Hyun now sees the proxy pylon. He's making a lot of units. He has 50 drones, which is a good number of drones to constantly churn out units off the 3 hatcheries. But it's all going to come down into the micro and decision making of both of our players.
Yeah, right now Hyun is just waiting for speed to finish. There we go. We're going to surround these stalkers, and this is not good for Sora whatsoever. He doesn't even have a recall, so these stalkers are completely dead at this point, and his entire attack here is just being shut down right away by Hyun. I have to say, I don't know what tipped Hyun off. I mean, the push-out might have just been enough for him to just constantly make units, because he did not scout the gateways, he did not scout anything but the move-out.
Yeah, you're like seeing that probe though, moving across the center of the map, right by that tower. Managed to catch that.
Maybe he thinks that, okay, I see the probe as well, so it's going to be pressure, and he just massed units.
Yeah, like I think judging from how Sora played in that first game, and maybe he saw the other game that he played, Sora playing very aggressive.
Oh yeah.
And Hyun just reading this very well.
Because it's a bit of a guess when you do something like this, because he just went blind into so many units, that Hyun that is. But this should really save him. This should absolutely save him.
Yeah, he shouldn't die to this. No way.
No, like. he should just win this game almost, to be honest. I hate calling it like that, but this is as big a shutdown it can get. Sora, though, went behind.
Dark Shrine, and that's what it is, guys. So, you know, Sora, though, nonetheless, finding himself in a fairly grim position. That Blink helping out a lot, though, in keeping these Stalkers alive. Now, obviously, does Hyun decide to go into the bases here with those Overlords, because I mean he's got them ready. Burrow once again being researched also for Hyun, because he realized, well, Burrow's a really good upgrade.
Something I like here from Hyun, as you said, Burrow, very important. He's getting +1, so he's not going to get out upgraded. He's getting everything you need for 2-base play that is not being Colossus. He even goes forward here to force a little whooping. That's pretty cute. What he does is that he goes for mass Roachling and a macro hatch. So he's going to just max out Roachling, nothing else it looks like, not even adding any more gases. And he knows, as long as you're on 2 bases, Roachling is enough to kill you unless you go for 2-base Colossus. But after a Blink all-in, are you really going to be able to do that in a sustainable amount of time?
The gas, of course, invested, is absolutely massive. Stalkers, extremely gas-heavy units. And I can't stress this enough. So Sora, nonetheless, he's gonna fake going for a 3rd base, right? And Hyun, he's moving out across the map. There is no pylon really at the front, but we have these Dark Templars swinging in, and there's only a single overseer.
Does Hyun see this?
No, he doesn't. He hasn't seen it yet. He hasn't seen this yet. He needs to make more overseers. He's going to split up these DTs, and he's hitting the 3rd base. He's going to be able to kill it and then recall back home. This is actually a brilliant move here from Sora.
Sora very quick there, and well, right now burying all those drones. That's pretty cute.
Oh, nice. They're keeping those drones alive.
Very, very nice. They're even burying the queen right now, and Hyun needs to bury this one as well. You don't want to lose any queens, and there we go. DT won't do too much damage. It's more like denying mining at this point, but the 3rd base kill is a very big move here for Sora, because if Sora wants to go for 2-base play, now is the time to do so.
Oh, most definitely.
If he wants to go for 3 bases, though, this is like the one way for him to buy time enough, so Hyun is going to have a harder time shutting that down.
But, taking a 3rd base at this point would be extremely risky, naturally. Because look at the army size here from Hyun, because he just continuously flooded so many units, because he just didn't want to die to whatever Sora was doing. And this, in turn, has just left Hyun with an absolutely massive army. So, if Sora tries to go for that 3rd base, I think that's going to be very, very risky.
It most definitely will, but the problem right now for Sora is that he's just going to have +1 against +1 roaches. There is Burrow, and his Robo is not even done, so those Blinkstalkers can't take a straight-up fight against Hyun. The Blinkstalkers of Sora need to stop moving around the map, start sniping things like a 3rd. They need to focus down some units. The problem is, with all these speedlings on the map and all these roaches, Hyun is just in such a safe position, and Sora is going to try to go for the 3rd base, but if Hyun just tries to deny this, what is Sora to do? He can't deal with this, especially with Burrow on the field.
No, he'll have to abandon this base, no doubt.
Or just fight until the very last units.
Yeah, fight until death, and I think Sora will probably pick the former. But you have Hyun swinging around. It's a very mobile army.
That's a lot of Blinkstalkers. If he actually stacks them up quite a bit and gets a good concave, so you can't get a good surround, maybe he can just harass.
Cancel! He did not cancel that. Sora now does have an observer, by the way, so he'll be able to work around this Burrow at least. 34 roaches are out for Hyun, and he's going to grab the gold base. Single DT, not doing too much here. But man, Sora, he needs to go all in, because he can't take a 3rd base. That's not going to work.
No, Sora right now, he kind of realized this as well, I think, but we see Hydras on the way right now. But the problem is, sure, Stalkers are great against just pure Roach, but I mean, Hyun just has too much. That's the problem for Sora. There are just too many units. Hyun now does supply block really heavily. We see 4 Overlords being used at the same time here. So that's a big thing here. He could have been maxed out otherwise. So if Sora strikes right now, that's going to be a big deal. But Sora's backing down. Hyun is not going to have to pay for his mistake here. And we might just see him moving into Hive again with that infestation pit. Because with someone who's on 2 base for this long, we should see, you know, you would expect courses.
Yeah, some sort of transition at least. Does poke a little bit, forced to blink off. Does have a time warp on the Mothership core as well. Very important here. Is going to be very, very important. And DT swinging around. Okay, so Sora's going to try to go for the 3rd base here, towards his opponent. Hyun, though, in the middle of the map. They're actually on one side each of this tower, and Hyun is just going to get a really good angle onto this 3rd base, going to be able to get that cancelled. Nice, splitting off some units to deal with that, but in return he might actually be looking to lose this gold base.
He's actually back in time though, so Sora just going to make more Blinkstalkers with +2. It only gets +1, so I guess that's one thing.
53 Blinkstalkers.
That's a lot of Blinkstalkers. But remember though, that still, Hyun has a much greater army than Sora. It's all about the Blink Micro at this point, and a very nice time up here, shutting down a lot of the Roach Hydra. But it comes from 2 flanks, and the Blink Micro has to be absolutely amazing for Sora. He's really quick with the blink here, blinking from all the sides, but it's just too much of a concave. You can't really deal with this, can you?
We'll have to see though, because we have additional Stalker Warpers coming in here from Sora at the back. And actually, the number of Stalkers with that +2 upgrade, aggressive blink forward, they're doing so much damage. He even has the Observer here, so in case the Burrow play comes into action, he'll be able to take that down. And Sora is pushing on forward here, right onto creep, ignoring the gold base. He'll be able to swing down into the 3rd, but no, it is going to be the gold base that will be the target of Sora's attention. He's going to kill all the drones here, and he's going to be able to take this hatchery down. Rocket Hyun right now making a ton of lings, lots of roaches. He needs to get something, and he needs to get it fast.
He truly does. If you get that Warp Prism, that would be a very big deal. But right now he's focusing down these Stalkers as well as he can. Sora though with some fantastic Blink Micro. Hyun trying to shut everything down. He needs to get that Warp Prism. It'll be a very, very big snipe. Saves his 4th though. He's still on 4 bases, and now these lings are catching every single Stalker. The Warp Prism's still alive, but for how long is the question? And you know, the 4th question would be, without an army, how does Sora survive this?
You know, he's pretty much running on fumes at this point. He's got a big bank, but it's going to be very hard, you know, for him to go and maybe try to secure a 3rd base. Now, Hyun is just going to go and break down the front. 3 cannons going to help out a little bit.
This is not happening though. I mean,
no,
Sora...
This game is over, man.
Sora did a very nice attempt here, but Hyun, his style is very good against what Sora tries.
Yeah, valiant attempt, you know, to try and kill him there. And the defense also looked, you know, pretty solid from Hyun. Was difficult, but Sora just not managing to make that final push. And we're just going to see Hyun take the series 2-0, decimating the natural.
Yeah, not too much left here for Sora as he's just trying to hold the main ramp, but in comes Hyun and knocks on the door, breaks the door in, and
he doesn't even knock, man.
Yeah,
he just sledgehammer.
Sora has no choice but to invite him into the main base, and Hyun is just going to kill off everything. Sora, with one last warp in of DT, is going to get cleaned up, and there we go, GG! And we will see Rocket Hyun move into the round of 4.
Yeah, so that's our first, as far as we know, advancing into the semi-finals, guys. Like all these series we've had, like Qualifier yesterday, Qualifier today, have been absolutely outstanding.
Absolutely, and the thing is a lot of names that you wouldn't expect when you compare them to someone else. I mean, we saw Hero from CG Enters, we saw Maru sign up, some really big names, but to see like Hyun, I mean, sure, Hyun is absolutely fantastic.
He hasn't been playing too much recently, so you know it's really fun to see that he's still active and he's signing up. You know, and he's hungry. He's out for blood.
Yeah, and we're like right now he's like he's playing the same qualifier as Rogue, for instance. Rogue, like one of the better Zogs we have right now.
He's in the rounds of 8 of the GSL.
I believe he is, right?
Yeah, together with like Innovation and Life and all those guys. But you know what? We are going to be jumping into a quick break soon. You know, before we find the next series, and before that though, I want to just bring up the bracket. We take a look at that, and so we can sort of find our bearings, know what's going on.
All right, let's do so. You can see right here that we see Rogue beat Amani 2-1 in the ZVZ going into the round of 4, that is, the semi-finals. All best of 3, by the way. And Terminator Cure.
That is going to be, that's a great series. I don't think we have time to jump into that. But nonetheless, fighting any of those guys is going to be extremely challenging.
Oh yeah, and we have Departure going to face Check or Boom 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 Boom. Really good player.
Oh yeah, that guy
being around for long.
Underrated.
Really underrated. And then we have Sora versus Hyun. We see Hyun moving on forward, going to face the winner between Departure and Boom Boom.
Is this F5, by the way?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay, just slow to update.
Oh yeah.
But you know, guys, so there you see, that was the bracket.
And of course, I just want to mention, by the way, we have our admin tell us that there is right now something, what is that? Right, hashtag Kung Fu Cup on Twitter. A lot of people are using that instead of KFC, so
nice.
I think we're going to use the hashtag Kung Fu Cup if you want, tweet about the event.
Yeah, and
what do you think?
Tweet to us. Go ahead and hashtag that. That's brilliant, guys.
Yeah, just, you can see us our Twitter right down here.
Thank you for all the support you guys are showing us here on Esports Heaven. Absolutely loving it, having a blast here, talking about StarCraft 2.
That's what we love, man.
Yeah, man.
And of course, it's absolutely wonderful to see so many coming in here for these second Korean qualifiers. Of course, don't forget about the main events going to come down later in March. And, well, with that said, I think we're going to have a quick break. And we'll be right back with you.
Yeah, we'll see you guys in 5 minutes.